Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? Happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully, you got your chocolates early because it is too cold to go outside, at least around here. It's freezing cold, y'all. It's 23 degrees. I live right outside of San Antonio in South Texas. I live in the hill country, and of course, there's hills. We cannot get out of our house. Everything is iced up. Our whole, the asphalt's all icy, everything's icy, and everything is a hill up and down. So you just slide right off. So we're not going anywhere. Thank goodness. We don't have to go out. It's supposed to get colder. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 8 degrees. Can you believe it? Never, ever have I seen single digits here. Never. And even 23 degrees, I can't remember seeing that. It's supposed to start snowing. They said we could get 3 or 4 inches of snow. It's crazy. I mean, this weather's flip flopping around. It's really weird and crazy. Anyway, so I hope everybody is staying in their home, that you're nice and cozy and warm. I am. You guys, I told you I was taking my second uh, Pfizer shot, the COVID vaccine. I got it on Friday morning. It was about 9:30. We got our shot. That was our second one. And, people warn and say that you could have a reaction to the second one because your body is now recognizing and supposedly you're supposed to get a reaction. Well, I got it. I felt fine. As a matter of fact, before I left home, I took 2 Advil. And they say you're not supposed to take Advil at all. You're only supposed to take Tylenol. But I had taken 2 Advil because I thought that's what I should do. And the nurse there told me, just don't take any more Advil because they want your body to have a reaction. They don't want you to have anything anti-inflammatory to take that because they want your body to react. Okay, so I said, fine, I won't take any more. So just take Tylenol if you need something. Okay. So we go home, everything's fine. All day it was fine. I felt fine. I walked on my treadmill for 1 hour. I felt fine. I did great. And the impeachment hearing was going on, so I was riveted and watching that. I watched it the whole time, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. And went to bed. We went to sleep, and we always go to sleep pretty late. So I probably went to sleep at midnight. I slept for 1 hour, and I got up in 1 hour. I was in so much pain. When you get the flu and you get that low back ache and it goes down into your butt and to the back of your legs, that horrible aching. I had that aching so bad. I mean, it was bad. My head was throbbing, everything was hurting. I couldn't even sleep at all. I took 2 Tylenol. It did nothing, nothing. I was awake all night long. At 5 o'clock, I told my husband, I'm dying. I am hurting so bad. I'm in so much pain. I'm so sick. I had 100 temperature. I felt like I was 105. I felt so bad, you guys. I cannot remember feeling that sick. I've had the flu before, but it's been years. It's been years since I had the flu, knock on wood. So I haven't been sick like that in many, many years. I felt so incredibly bad. And I couldn't sleep because I was in too much pain and I just could not go to sleep. And here we're in a winter, storm warning. So they're telling everybody, whatever you need, go get it. Yesterday, you need to go to the store, go, because you're not going to be able to make it out. So my husband said, we need to go shopping. And I told him, you're going to have to go by yourself. There is no way I can make it outside. I can't do anything. I could barely sit on the couch, barely. I never got out of my pajamas yesterday. I was in bad shape, you guys. Bad. I hate to scare anybody, but just be prepared. So at 1 o'clock, this was 12 hours of having pain, 12 hours. At 1 o'clock, I said, the hell with it. I'm taking 3 Advil. And I took 3 Advil and it helped so much. I mean, I could fall asleep. I fell asleep for like 2 hours until it started coming back again. So it cut it down enough for me to get a little bit of sleep. And I woke up and after, a couple hours later, I took 2 more Advil. And then I took two more at nighttime before I went to bed. Yesterday I had a bunch of Advil. I read about it on the internet, and the internet, it's got to be true if you read it on the internet, right? So it said there's no real studies done about taking Advil and taking Tylenol. They don't have really clear studies about them. So it said they can't really say whether it will, change the effect that the vaccine has on you. So I'm like, well, I'm dealing with here and now. So I'm taking it. So today I feel a lot better. I actually slept the whole night. I woke up, I had a hard time sleeping still because it was weird. Last night I started sweating just like you do when you're coming, off a fever of the flu. I sweat and sweat last night. So I had a hard time sleeping, but I did get some sleep, thank goodness. But I was all sweaty when I got up, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this. So I feel a lot better. I feel a little bit sore, from that all that body pain. I have like my hip is sore, my arm is sore where I got the shot, but I feel a lot better. I have a little bit of a headache left, but it's nothing. I mean, my head hurts so bad. I wanted to vomit. I just wanted to vomit. It was like a migraine. It was horrible. So just in case, if you're going to have that reaction, be prepared, you guys. It didn't last more than 24 hours, thank goodness, but maybe a little bit longer than 24 hours. They say 48 is the longest, 24 to 48 hours. But mine seems to be pretty much gone, so it's good. Anyway, be prepared, you guys, because it was not fun. Okay, so it's Valentine's Day, and everybody hopefully is in the house. The winter storm warning is vast. So there's a lot of people that are in the same situation that I am. My husband brought me some roses. I like tropical colored roses. I should have brought them here so y'all could see them. They're kind of orangey, colored. I call them tropical colored. I love that color. It has a little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow to it. So pretty. So he brought me those yesterday, and I was very pleased. I told him, don't bring me any candy. I don't need any. Thank you, Raina. One of my subscribers, she sent me a box of C's chocolates. They're so good. They are so, so good. And so that was enough. I said, we already have chocolate in the house. Do not buy any more chocolate. So he didn't. We were supposed to go today and give all our grandkids, I always give them a little something for Valentine's Day. So I have their hearts of candy already and a little gift for all of them, but we can't go. So I just had to text them because that's the only way you can, get their attention is by texting them. If you have grandkids, you know how it is. So I just texted all of them. I have your Valentine gift, and I love you, and I'll give it to you in the next couple of days. So, that's just how it goes. Okay, now the impeachment. Oh my gosh, did y'all watch that? Now it didn't unfold, any differently than we all thought it would, right? I mean, it's no big surprise that the Republican senators would not impeach Trump, and it's infuriating. It's just so infuriating that they will not do that. I just don't get it. I don't understand it, and it's just, but it wasn't surprising. I knew that was coming, so it was. I was hoping they could persuade a few more, but they were short like 10 votes, right? But that was a lot of votes against Trump. And the really icing on the cake was when Mitch McConnell stood up there and took a dump on Trump. He took a big dump on Trump, but he didn't vote to impeach him because he said he was already out of office and they couldn't impeach a president that's out of office. But yet he wouldn't call the Senate back in so that they could impeach him earlier. It was all on him, and then he acts like it's not. He's just infuriating, this man. But I just wanted to ask my spirit guides, to help me connect with Mitch McConnell and kind of try to understand him, where he's coming from, And why did he take that position? You know what I mean? That he got up there and just totally told Trump off, that it was his fault, that he was, this was completely his fault. The insurrection, he called the people there and everything. I mean, he told it. He could have been on, the impeachment side, the managers. He could have been with them. He could have got up there and talked. So I just want to ask my spirit guides, what was going on with McConnell? Why did he do that? What I'm getting, this is, I get things in, I get vision and pictures, and this is what I'm getting. He didn't want to be the one that extinguishes Trump's light. He didn't want, he didn't want, I guess, the senators and him, the Republican senators to be the one that extinguishes Trump's light. That's what I'm getting, what I'm seeing. I mean, he doesn't want to be the one. They don't want to be blamed for impeaching Trump or from, taking him out, because there'll be some repercussions. They don't want to look like the bad guys, basically. And what I'm getting is Mitch McConnell knows that there are many others pursuing Trump, many others. And I think that's what he's betting on, that Trump, in the end, he'll be taken out by somebody else. Somebody else will take him out. And he doesn't want, that the Republican, the GOPs to be the bad guys. This is what I'm getting, you guys. So he told the Republicans and his in the GOP there, he told them to tread lightly, that they don't have to endorse Trump, but also don't crush him. Leave that to another. That's what I'm getting. Mitch McConnell thinks Trump is a jackass. I mean, that's what I got. I got jackass. He thinks he's a jackass. He doesn't like him. Mitch McConnell would be happy if Trump disappeared and was never seen again. What I see is I see a black hole. And if Trump fell in that hole and just never seen again, Mitch McConnell would be super happy about that. That would please him. And so I'm asking Spirit, but how does Mitch McConnell control all these senators? How does he control them? I don't get it. And what they're telling me is he dangles endorsements and donations. It's money. That's how he gets them to stick together. Makes promises with endorsements, donations on a huge scale that, it would be so hard to go against. You know what I mean? It's a huge scale. So it's like, something they can't go against it. You know what I mean? Because they wouldn't be able to get reelected. And that's sad, you guys, because that means that the money is actually driving the senators and not the people. It's the money, and it's really sad. But then I'm thinking about, well, what about the senators, the GOP senators that actually voted for impeachment? What's going to happen to them, And what I'm getting is they're so tired of Trump that, they're in a situation that truth compels them stronger than money or power. And I mean, that should be the same for all, but for these, the ones that actually did vote to impeach him, it was more compelling for them than the others. They weren't compelled by money. There's other things going on in their lives, and they just felt like they had to go with the truth, the truth. Now I wrote down their names, and I don't recognize. I recognize three of these names. I don't know all the senators, but there's Richard Burr of North Carolina, and when I ask spirit about him and try to connect with him, I see a child walking along a river or stream, and it's very relaxing, you know. So I think he has plans to start enjoying his life with grandkids or something. So he may be going to retire soon. And so he didn't care how he voted. He voted his conscience. Bill Cassidy from Louisiana. I feel like um, the next election that he's up for, I don't know, I'm not sure when that is. He will be challenged because there are some hardcore Trumpsters there, and there's some bad energy. I feel like there's some bad energy around it. You know what I mean? There's some, I don't know, angry people, mean people. Not that everybody in Louisiana. Now I know if you're from Louisiana, don't think I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying there's some bad energy around that. There's some people that are angry about his, vote. Um, but this may have a chance to dissipate because I think, you know, it's gonna be a while before the next election. So I feel like this will have some time to dissipate. But right now, people are angry right now. But I'd rather have someone that has the courage to stand up for, the oath that he took rather than, defend Trump. Um, but we'll have to see what happens with that. Hopefully that anger will dissipate before the next election. Now, Susan Collins of Maine, now I know her. I recognize that name because I really wanted her the last time to vote for impeachment and all that. And we were really counting on her last time, and she didn't, right? So this time she did vote for impeachment. And I felt like what I'm seeing is that it was like a fresh breath of air. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like a fresh breath of air. Like she did the right thing. I think the people in Maine, her constituents are happy with her vote. I think they're good with it, so she should be okay. Then Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, I know her. I'm recognizing that name. She might face some retribution. I keep seeing animals and hunters. So I don't know if I don't know what's going on exactly in Alaska, but there are people that I don't know don't like what she did, and I feel like it's something with people that hunt in Alaska. They don't like her voting for impeachment and maybe some other things she's voted for. And, she's up for reelection in 2022. So she completely put it on the line. She really did. Well, I hope that she'll be safe, but I'm feeling that there's some retribution coming her way from these hunters. I don't know what this group is, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of different animals, so I feel like it's a hunter. I don't know. I know there's hunters in Alaska, but Mitt Romney, Mitt Romney. This is so funny what I'm getting about Mitt Romney is he's very loved and he's very loving. It's like he's the circle of love. He truly, truly cares and he's a good guy. I think he's going to be just fine. There's a lot of love surrounding him. There's a lot of love in his family. And he's loved by a lot of people. So I feel like he's going to be okay. He voted his conscience, and I think he's going to be just fine. That's what I'm getting. Ben Sass of Nebraska. I don't know who he is. I haven't actually heard about him before. I don't know. maybe I've seen him and I don't remember, but I don't, remember anything about him. What I'm getting is, I don't know, like I said, I don't know anything about him, you guys, so maybe you'll, enlighten me a little bit. I keep seeing children lined up, like they're like elementary school children that are lined up at school. They're standing in a line. So I feel like his focus is on the children and making sure they're in school and getting them in school. And this is like a saving grace for him. You know what I mean? Because what are people concerned with? People are concerned with their kids. And when you focus that concern on the children, the people like you know what I mean? So I feel like they may not have liked the vote that he did to impeach Trump, because this is Nebraska is, a Trump state. But I feel like I don't know the way that he handles this. Maybe it's this COVID situation, just getting the children back to school or something. There's something with a focus with children that what I feel like it's a saving grace for him. So he'll be able to withstand, that impeachment vote, I think. Okay. Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania. Now, this is really weird. I feel like something's going on with him, something that we don't know about. There's something, it's either with him or inside his family. There's something going on. Uh, it's like my house is on fire. So I don't know what this is, some kind of a wake up call, or it could be that um, maybe he's sick or somebody in his family is sick. It's just like, I just see a fire, and then he just kind of wakes up. There's a fire and he wakes up. So there's something that gets his attention and makes him, change his focus or something. You know what I mean? So like I said, I hope he's not ill. I hope there's nobody in his family that's ill or anything, but I feel like that's what it is. There's something in his family that is requiring his attention. And I don't know. So I feel like that is more important to him than, trying to save Trump. That's what I'm getting. And he vote his conscience. So uh, that's what I'm getting on these guys. I just wanted y'all to know, because I wanted to know. So I just wanted to go through it and talk to my spirit guide and get a little information and see, what the heck. I mean, even though we can try to understand other people's point of view and why they do things, it's still hard to accept it because it just feels wrong. But we're not supposed to judge other people, right? It's not about being wrong or right. It's about learning lessons and moving forward, and not repeating the same mistakes. So, hopefully this will be a lesson for the ones that voted not to impeach Trump, not the ones that did vote to impeach him, the ones that did not. So we'll have to see. We're all a part of history, watching history play out. And imagine other countries that are looking at us and saw that insurrection and saw that happen to us, and we didn't impeach Trump. I mean, it's crazy. And once again, he gets away with it. He gets away with it once again. It's just such a shame. But I do think, I really, really do, because when I saw I actually saw like it's like an alligator after Trump. Ugly big green alligator after Trump. So I feel like there is somebody that's going to get him, and might be the District of New York, because I hear that they're getting ready to indict him. So hopefully somebody will stop him from trying to pursue office again and trying to control the Republicans again. And I did read that he's trying to get back on Facebook, that, he's asking them to reconsider and all that. I didn't even know he was on Facebook. I never even saw him on Facebook, but he needs a platform now because he's off Twitter. Twitter won't have him back on. I hope they all, keep that going, because we don't want to hear from him anymore. Like I told y'all before, Twitter got really quiet. It's really nice and quiet, and we're enjoying it. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. We're doing well here. We're staying warm. The heater's on. I'm sure my electric bill is going to be $500 by the time this month is over. It's just crazy weather. Hopefully it'll get warm again soon, but I told you all my trees were budding. It's such a shame because the mountain laurel already had blooms and everything on them, and now they're frozen. All the trees are icicles. Everything's white with ice. So anyway, I'm glad this happened before. I have I have a plum tree, and I have pear trees and all that. So thank goodness they didn't freeze. The pomegranate trees, they seem to bloom all through summer. So even if they had started blooming, it would be okay. They would bloom more, because they pretty much bloom all through the summer. So anyway, you guys stay warm. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Subscribe, hit the like button if you like my video. And if you'd like to get a video, look down below and email me if my video is a tarot reading that's sent to you privately. If you'd like to get a reading with me, just look below and email me and we'll get together, okay? And I am going to have some more live broadcasts soon. I'm going to get together with some other readers soon. I have a lot of people asking me to collaborate with them, but I kind of got sick, so I've just put everything on hold and said, I got to wait. I can't think right now. Plus, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. My electricity could go out at any time because we live in the hill country with all the limestone and hills, and so all our electricity, it's not underground, it's above ground. So, any kind of weather, we could have a power outage. And I'm just hoping and praying that that doesn't happen because it is way too cold to have a power outage. We have a little bit of firewood left, but probably not enough to take us through more than a day or two. And it could get really, really cold. And we've had that before. We've had it happen where we had a power outage for a couple of days in the cold weather. And we had a small generator then. I don't know if something happened to it. We don't have it anymore, but we may have to end up getting another generator. We should have one on standby, I know, but it doesn't happen very often. It hasn't happened in years that we needed a generator. So, I have a new refrigerator. I told my kids, I wrote them an email and I said, we got a new refrigerator. It's my back patio. I can put anything out there and it's colder than the fridge. So as long as no animal can get to it. My husband bought some soda when he went out yesterday, and he put it on the back porch. And I mean, it is cold because it's 23 degrees out there in little Canada Dry. It was really cold, really good. Anyway, that's the one good thing about cold weather, right? You can just put your food outside. I remember one time, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to keep talking. One time we traveled to London. It was years ago. I mean, such a long time ago. Our kids were really, really little. They were like 3 years old and 2 years old and 5 years old. We had two kids with us, 2 and 5-year-old, and we stayed in this London hotel. And it was a really old hotel, but it was real cute. And it was cold. It was in March. And I thought, March here is pretty warm. And I thought it would be warm there, but no, it was cold. I mean, we had our coats and everything. We were okay. But we went to a little store and we bought some, lunch meat and food and stuff. And we just put it outside on the windowsill because it was so cold. It was fine because we were up on a high floor and we just put it outside on the windowsill and everything stayed good. And that just reminded me of that. All right, I am really going to say goodbye now. You guys stay safe, stay home, Stay off the street. There's been a lot of pileups. God bless them. A lot of pileups. So y'all don't need to drive in this mess if you don't have to. Okay. All right, guys. Love you so much. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now. Take care.